It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Look, well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to... the foremost hospitality. You know where to find me. Fear I've no wisdom to offer.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should... be glad to assist you. Do come again.
A mystic spear hand. 'Tis a vocation inaccessible to pawns.
'Tis thrilling to ponder our future battles. They shall doubtless be in our favor.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads? Despite the hour? Much obliged. Welcome to Pure, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far.
Might as well take a look. While you're here, eh? Many thanks.
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Or so I've learned.
Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Aye. Tell is her ties to this figure from the neighbouring country have a romantic tint.
We cannot accompany you there, Master, but fear not. You'll find us here when you return.
Slim pickings of late. Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
No time to catch your breath. Try to...
What do you want to talk to me? This sits funny with me, truth be...
Ah, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll.
A good sleep does wonders.
Off we go, then.
I hope you slept well?
Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? What would you of me? I'll have no trouble.
should I do?
If our prayers are not heeded.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Many thanks. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to see one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
We won't get far with naught to go on. We'd best ask around, see what we can find out.
'Tis as you say.
I say we speak with anyone and everyone who springs to mind. You never know what sort of useful tidbits we might...
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together. I overslept, and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that.
Where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to get much out of them myself.
Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people. Looking for information, are we? If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next, if you haven't already. The place is full of unsavory characters, as one might expect, who've seen things ordinary citizens aren't privy to. I should know. I was among their company till just recently.
Take this. 'Tis something I found. I wanted you to have it.
Every minute of this existence is torment.
I'm dead on my feet, but I've much to do yet.
Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
Don't we have a report to make, Master?
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
Leave no stone unturned. It is likely there's aught we've missed.
Quite right. No sense doing things by halves.
If we are to break it, it shan't be from this side.
Perhaps.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly, perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought to be guided to our destination. Let's try to follow along.
'Tis as you say.
Over here.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray, tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It's quite the collection of tomes. I'm sure I'd be seeing stars, were I the scholarly sort.
We shall have to crane our necks to spot our foes in a place like this.
Keep your voice low, lest my heart leap from my throat.
You're all bluff.
The agony.
What's this I smell?
Sweeping, laundry. I work for day and night.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
Oh dear. Times are hard.
I'm there sometimes. It's the only place I can find around town.
Welcome. What should I get up to today?
Wish I could never leave adventure.
Need anything? Need anything? Many thanks.
It is most exhilarating to hand over such a sum.
These were necessary expenses, mind. No use clinging to every last coin.
Lots to do.
I ought to have enough for a few pinches of spices.
Alas, 'twould seem I've taken on too much.
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
Apologies, Master, but you will have to make do without us for the time being.
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
Well, have you found some place I might sate my scholarly curiosities? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
Must hold out till someone comes to me.
Good to see you, Master.
This should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go. Wasn't there aught we had to deliver to someone hereabouts?
I only hope the recipient is pleased with our work.
'Tis as you say.
At last, a chance to use this.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm part.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave. Might as well hang about. I'm in no rush. Nice to see everyone.
Look, as long as you please.
It seems you've somewhere else in mind you'd rather go. If you've no need of my guidance, by all means, lead the way.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this, eventually.
Gather round. Treat your ears.
We're in the right place, but the one we're due to meet has yet to show. Ought we to wait for them?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts.
A resounding success!
That was hardly a challenge for adventurers of our caliber.
What will our next adventure have in store for us, I wonder?
Fancy a look at my wares?
Might as well take a look. While you're here, eh? Many thanks.
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
A lonely place, but not without its charms.
Feels eerie with no one about.
I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
Could have sworn I had aught to attend to.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
All my peers seem so much
Another errand. How I like it.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Masquerades being as they are, much is made of appearances as such. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to... There is much we ought to tend to, if we are... Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your Majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, he refuses to obey me. There's a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power as Arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true Arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your Majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
'Tis as you say.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around. Where to next, Arisen?
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
Oh, tell me I haven't got any fleas. Why must I suffer so?
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Would that I could spend all day here.
Were it possible. I swear I've not blinked once. I'd sooner stay out.
I don't know what to do.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only got...
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it. Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? I suppose you must be a visitor. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself. I am grateful beyond words. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humors, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your search prove fruitful.
Tellies, miasmite can be harvested from phantoms. Monsters that wander the world at night.
Ah, yes. Now I see.
Fiend unknown is the most perilous. Can't say I'm any happier to see this foe than the last time we crossed paths.
Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
With the aid of Sir Kendrick and his helper in locating certain documents, I believe I finally grasped the true nature of this place. 'Twas a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign of some generations past. In a bid to pass the throne on to his own descendants, this sovereign attempted to consign our kingdom's histories to oblivion. Alas, 'twould seem that, no matter the age, the avarice of those in power is all but guaranteed. Yet 'tis clear it serves them not, almost laughably so. The sovereign's line ultimately fell to ruin, and now this library, so laboriously sealed, has been discovered. What can we learn from this? Those who make light of history are doomed to be crushed under its heel.
Right. Just follow me.
Where's my dagger? My claws could use a trim. One. Can that be too careful?
I wonder what rumors the morrow.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
It's been a hard
I don't
day.
know what to do. My head hurts just thinking about it. Life can be tiring even if you've noticed.
Let's make ready for the morrow.
treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
I could look upon this sky for all eternity. If it wasn't for the crick in my neck.
We fight! Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. Oh, I should tell you, there's a forgotten riftstone nearby. I found it beyond the rift. Shall we go there now?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early Griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Came from.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
This way, if you please.
Good tidings, friend. As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here.
Mayhap you'll learn aught of this scoundrel who would claim your title if you attend a palace masquerade. Onward to Vernworth Castle. Horns may not enter the castle grounds, master. We shall have to part ways at the gates.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Yes, sir. You are most gracious.
What should I do?
Prayer's a waste of time. No one ought to work if I'm to put bread on the table.
Such quietude is a blessing.
This is my favourite place in all the town.
Oi there, friend! All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road. But now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the car. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to now. The carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see? So anyone thinking of riding for free, but enough of my lecturing. Just make sure. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear.
Right, let's get this delivered. Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we?
That is most fortuitous.
We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way?
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
Strike true, lest the beast leave.
There are worse places to make camp.
Mayhap we ought to return for a rest when we're in need of one.
A fine display of skill. better wasted on this bird.
Is hard stone, making it ideal for tossing at our other foes. What low cunning is this that forces the Arisen to sleep?
I shan't allow any who harm the Arisen to go free. That's quite celebrating.
Lose your please, eh? Cut that out.
Oh, I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through
This ox cart, I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Oh, the sight of...
What can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? There's a fair way you... She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
Shall we be off? We've a report to make.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
I cannot wait to see your nimble blade work, Master.